You knew this wasn't going to be easy, right? Going into the World Series, Jays fans saw the rotation of the Dodgers and they're like, boy, it's going to be a tall task. And they got to Blake Snell in game one and they got to the bullpen in game one, which was great. But the problem is you can't take it game to game because the next day's starter is different. And oh, by the way, they're studs. Yoshinobu Yamamoto today, or I guess last night, was ridiculous. He was unhittable. The Blue Jays had a total of 4 hits in this ball game. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't allow a single hit after, where was it? Hold on. Was it like the 4th inning? Yeah, I'm sorry. Bottom half of the 3rd inning, the Blue Jays didn't get a single hit after that. He was lights out. And if you're a Jays fan, you probably know a couple things. One, you needed to get on him early. Don't let him settle in, because we've already seen him throw a complete game in the postseason, or at least close to it. I can't remember. Let me check that right quick. I think he did throw a complete game already, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, his last start against Milwaukee, 9 innings of 3-hit baseball. And so you knew going into this, you had to try and find a way. Like we talked about, in the last video. It was get the pitch count up, get him out of the game, and get at the bullpen. And it looked good early. The Jays made him throw almost 30 pitches in the 1st inning, albeit they end up, in a really good spot to score some runs. They really, really did. After the Jays are down 1-0 because Freddie Freeman and Will Smith get back-to-back hits, Freeman with a double, Will Smith with a single in the 1st to take the lead. Bottom half of the 1st, Springer leads off with a double. Then Nathan Lucas dumps a single in the center field. You got guys in the corners with nobody out. I mean, you're in a great spot to at least tie this game. Vladdy strikes out on a breaking ball. And then Kirky lines out right to Freddie Freeman. And Dalton Varsho goes down looking for strike 3. You get nothing. And for me, that right there was the ball breaker of the game. You had an opportunity to, God forbid, Vladdy comes up and just hits a sac fly. Scores that run, ties the game immediately. Vibes are high in the building. You've already got a run against them. You're feeling okay. But you don't. You get nothing. Now, Gausman settles in, goes 1-2-3 the next inning. Great. And then bottom half of the 2nd inning, Ernie Clement leads off with an infield single. We're like, okay, hey, let's keep her going here. Barger strikes out looking. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa flies out, and Honor Semenez grounds out. You get nothing else there. Again, you got 2 leadoff base runners in the 1st and the 2nd inning. You don't score any of them. You're still down 1-0. They don't score any in the top half of the 3rd inning. Bottom 3, Springer gets hit by a pitch, and we're like, boy, that was close to something really bad. But then Nathan Lucas strikes out swing, and you're like, hey, whatever. And then Vladdy drills one to left. And I was praying to God it would have the elevation, I guess, to get out of here. It did not. Goes off the wall. Springer to 3rd. Vladdy at 1st still. You got guys in the corners now with 1 away again. Kirky, sac fly, scores George. We're tied. Great. You play some small ball. It's a whole new ball game now. And it stays that way until the top half of the 7th inning. And I don't know what in the world, I have no clue what the hell the Jonas Brothers were doing. What are we doing here? I'm sorry, it's baseball. There's no stoppages. There's no halftime show. What? That was very odd. That was very, very odd. Now, I'm not saying they're the reason the Jays lost this game, because, obviously not. But it's just a very odd thing to do in the middle of a playoff game and a 1-1 game going into the 7th inning. That's what really? Okay, that was odd. Now, top of the 7th inning, Gausman gets Freddie Freeman to fly out, and then Will Smith absolutely destroys one into the 2nd deck. You're down 2-1. Then strikes out Teoscar Hernandez, so we got 2 away. But then Max Muncy comes up and gets 96-mile-an-hour fastball about middle away, maybe even off the plate. And Max Muncy, with just his mad power, drives it to the opposite field, and it's gone. And now you're down 3-1. And Jays fans, we've watched to this point. We've seen what Yamamoto was doing, and it's like, oh, this ain't looking good whatsoever. And then Louis Varland gets out of that inning, but then, in the top half of the 8th, gives up a single to Andy Pages, a single to Shohei, walks Mookie, base is loaded now, bringing Jeff Hoffman. Then first pitch is a wild pitch in the dirt. And then they get an RBI ground out, which I'm not really sure why they were trying to turn 2 there, because the infield's in. It's a little bit of a trickier double play. You can get the out at the plate and at least cut the run down. But they don't get the double play. A run comes in to score. It's 5-1. It's curtains at that point, right? At that point, in the top of the 8th, we've seen what Yamamoto's been doing. It's over. The question is, does he go a complete game? And he did. Right after throwing almost 30 pitches in the first inning, he was ridiculous the rest of the way. And the Jays lose game 2, 5-1. I mean, look, you knew this wasn't going to be easy. By no means was this going to be easy at all. We got a series. It's 1-1 going back to LA. Again, I am confident in my Blue Jays, but I'm seeing the pitching staff that we're about to throw at them and the pitching staff they're throwing at us. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's not great. And I don't really want to look at the player stats from last night's game. A couple one-fers. I mean, one for Springer, one for Lucas, one for Vladdy, one for Ernie. 4 hits, all in the first 3 innings. That's it. 8 strikeouts. They didn't walk at all. Again, Yamamoto was just absolutely lights out. Kevin Gausman, 6 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 6 punch-outs. Didn't walk anybody. He was great. Louis Varland, not great. 2/3 an inning, allowed a couple hits and a walk and 2 earned runs. Jeff Hoffman, 2/3 an inning, got a strikeout. Braden Fisher walked the tightrope in his 1 inning of work, but clean inning, walked a guy, nothing more. And we're on to game 3. I mean, that's really what the story is today. You know, obviously today's the off day. And then Monday, things get going again in LA. It's an 8 o'clock first pitch there on Monday night. Look, this is the pitching matchup, and this is why I was a little bit worried. Max Scherzer, who, look, he had his great start against the Seattle Mariners in a do-or-die game pretty much. I mean, it felt bleak. You needed to win that game. You were down what? You were down 2-0 in that series. You needed to win that game, and he was great in his 5 2/3. You're going now up against the Los Angeles Dodgers in LA. Very different squad, and they are countering with Tyler Glasnow. So, yeah. The last time the Jays saw Tyler Glasnow, I believe, was that weird marathon game that we had in LA, where Mason Fluharty struck out Ohtani. That crazy, crazy game that we had. And I think he diced pretty good. 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, but struck out 8. I mean, he was good. Expect something along those lines. I mean, his 13 innings he's pitched so far in the postseason, a .68 ERA, a whip of 1.12, and 18 punch-outs. But he walks 8 guys. Kind of gave me the Blake Snell treatment where the command can elude Tyler Glasnow at times. But his stuff is so good that he gets a lot of strikeouts. And if you're the Jays, again, it's the same thing. We talked about it in the series preview. You got to grind them down and get to the bullpen. That's really the only way I see the Jays winning games against the Dodgers is doing that. They did it against Snell. They beat them. They didn't do it against Yamamoto. They lost. You got to find a way to do that against Glasnow tomorrow night. That's the only way I see the Jays winning that game. But then again, baseball's weird. Anything can happen. Max Scherzer, I don't know what to believe tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not that game last night, if you're a Jays fan, but if you're a Dodger fan and love the game, I mean, smack the like button. I mean, it was a good game for you guys. Yamamoto shoved, complete game. I mean, it's nuts. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from last night's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok. All that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition tonight. It's game 3 of the season. Raptors in Dallas against the Mavericks at 7:30. Leafs edition, I'll talk to you guys very shortly. They won in overtime against the Sabres last night at Scotiabank Arena. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, game 3 of the World Series goes tomorrow night, 8 p.m. First pitch in LA against the Dodgers. Max Scherzer, Tyler Glasnow is the pitching matchup there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not that game last night. We'll talk to you guys then.